Taking a risk by banking your company on one game could seem foolish. MiHoYo, or Hoyoverse, is a company that actually did try to take that risk with Genshin Impact. But they managed to create a game that is essentially the first of its kind, a open-world RPG that's available on mobile, PC, and console. Yeah, just one console. The stunning success of Genshin Impact is ultimately a good thing. However, whether you like it or not, there's a lot that this success also implies for the potential future of the gaming industry.
Here's the new Tales of Title for iOS and Android.
A lot of people have strong opinions about mobile games. This is likely due to a variety of things, such as lower budgets, smaller scale games, and just ease of playability. They're a lot less complex than indie games and AAA games. Does this mean they're not video games? No. Genshin is playable on mobile devices, PC, and console. It consumes a lot of space, but shows that a full open-world environment can work on a mobile phone. It kind of bumps up the standard for mobile games, actually, even if this kind of scale is unreasonable to expect from most companies. So when it comes to mobile titles, Genshin certainly stands on top in terms of accomplishment. One of the important things to note about Genshin's success is also how it will affect other companies. They will likely look at Genshin and attempt to do the same thing with their own IPs. Genshin has made billions and billions of dollars and will likely continue to do so as it moves further into the future, so you can bet that a lot of people are taking a look at what makes Genshin so successful. And therein lies my worry.
Fiction. We made up this one. We made it up.
When companies take inspiration from games, they don't always get it right. We've seen this happen a lot in the past. There are a lot of varying opinions about games nowadays. Some people would argue that adopting larger and larger open worlds is not as good as opting for smaller, more populated worlds. This is all kinds of subjective, but there is a sinking feeling I have that as time passes, more and more games will pop up that are inspired by the free-to-play mobile open world concepts that Genshin follows. The reality of it, at least to me as a consumer, is that Genshin's success is not unprecedented at all. When you look at it, it makes a lot of sense. The gacha system it uses for monetization is proven to work, especially on mobile devices. It's a system used by many other mobile titles, including Hoyoverse's own Honkai Impact 3rd. You have to combine this with other factors of the game, such as the anime art style, which attracts a specific audience worldwide, having an open world that is available on mobile, and some gameplay inspired by successful games like Breath of the Wild. Put that all together, and you have the structure that makes Genshin popular and successful at a base level. Combine that with the accessibility of it being available on mobile, PC, and consoles. If you want to go even further than that, you have to look at how much of research, money, time, and effort goes into creating this game and its different nations. If all you do is focus on the game, you're missing parts of Genshin that actually are important to understanding why it's successful. The character trailers have their own animated segments not used in-game, on top of very well edited put together montages that match the music being used. Speaking of music, each character trailer also has its own theme. The character teasers are also wholly separate animations on their own, not used in the game. And couple just that with the music crafted for each region, the concerts and live streams, there's so much in this game that it has to offer outside of the game itself. Is it all good? No. I'm sure many people wish that they would invest more into the game itself, but it's clear that there's a passion behind the business side of things, and it shows. Aside from simply just having a game, the advertising is very effective. So you might be asking, why am I talking about all this in the lessons learned section? Well,
then check this out.
If you don't know what this is, our great, amazing, very good company Ubisoft is making a mobile version of Assassin's Creed with its own big open world and whatnot. And for Assassin's Creed fans, they may say that sounds great, and I have no qualms with you if you are interested in it. But if you know a lot about Ubisoft, they don't really have a great track record of free-to-play experiences. A lot of games that require servers get the boot pretty quickly, and if Jade is trying to win success the way Genshin did, as a free-to-play game, I get the feeling it might fade away pretty fast. The entire thing feels like someone saw the success of Genshin and said, hey Ubisoft, how about you make that? And none of this might be necessarily true, this could be Ubisoft's own idea, but my whole problem with this is creating more and more free-to-play games that may or may not succeed. And when you're creating something like an open world that might be ever expanding, it's very expensive, and it can be shut down very quickly. In the past few years, we've seen a lot of mobile titles get their debut and then get shut down very quickly. The market is already saturated with free games that a lot of people are spending tons of money on. And as I am, and many others are, against mobile titles with short lifespans, unless this game is a pay-to-buy game, then I can't see this ending especially well. Ubisoft already crams monetization into their games, and I doubt it would get much better with a free version from the same series that already does this. But the point I'm really trying to get at is that inflating the mobile market with free-to-play open-world games that run on servers is expensive, and if it doesn't see good returns, the game's gonna die. This trend in games being taken off the market and becoming fully unplayable needs to stop. The truth is that Genshin's success story is amazing. For Hoyoverse, it opens all new avenues to them, allowing them to produce even more games and create even more things they want to. The problem is that I'm worried that companies will take the wrong ideas from this. It might lead to spawning more mobile free games that are good, but ultimately get shut down because they can't live up to the same expectations. You have to look at all the factors that make a game as successful as it is, from all the bad to all the good. You can't just take a base level analysis of, it makes money so we make money, and assume there won't be big losses involved if it fails. These losses are not just financial, but also consumer trust. I've lived through mobile game shutdowns, and I don't think it's something we should have to go through. But these games are so reliant on servers that it's impossible to keep them alive when they aren't deemed worth supporting. Genshin's success is certainly amazing, and I'll continue to support the game as it keeps getting bigger and hopefully better as time goes on. Every time they release a new region, they show me that they really are taking steps towards improving their game, at least storytelling-wise. I just hope we don't get an influx of free-to-play open-world mobile titles that wind up meeting their end before they even get a chance to walk. And I want to know what you think of this. Do you think my concerns are rational, or maybe irrational? Do you share this concern? And remember, it can always happen to the franchise you love next. Let me know in the comments below. As always, you can leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel for more things Genshin, MiHoYo, Hoyoverse, JRPG related. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.